In this video, I'm going to go over step 8 in Juan Park's frog model found in his book Dollar Origami. I'm only going to go over the single step, so if you want to see the rest of the model, please purchase his book. Anyways, this is what your model will look like going into step 8 after completing step 7. On this side of the model, I've drawn in the folds that you will be creating in order to proceed on to step 9. This is a mountain fold, a valley fold, and another mountain fold. The direction says to collapse this top section to make the legs, doing a closed sink on this first mountain fold. I've also put those folds, marked those folds on the other side so you can see what we're going to be doing. Now, probably the most confusing part is where exactly do you do this closed sink. So what you do is you open this model to the inside like this, and how you make sure you find the right spot is, like, if you opened this, you'll see this flap, you'll have this flap, and then as you open you'll see this Y kind of structure inside, and it's in the center of this Y that you're going to sink this fold through. And it's called a closed sink because you're going to be keeping closed this part of the model, the back side of the model. And so when you find this Y structure here, go ahead and put your finger in there and keep that open, and you'll see you will keep this part of the model closed. And what you're going to do now, and you can hold it like this if you want, what you can do now is just push this point through the model. Now it's much easier said than done, but it's, in this model, not that complicated. So making sure you keep this part closed, you can just slowly push that in. Now, when you first do it, it's not going to look pretty. It's just going to kind of be smushed in there. That's okay. Just carefully and slowly massage the paper to get it to turn inside out. Basically, you're pushing that point through. You can see it still needs a little bit of work. Massage that paper through, and once you get to this point, you're going to start collapsing this alongside these edges here on those crease lines that were marked. So go ahead and take a little bit of time to make sure that this is done neatly. Close that up. And so what you wind up is you'll have this flap sticking through the center of your model. And those other lines that I marked as creases are going to be used to fold it back and forth. Now once you've done this closed sink, these are just reverse folds, fairly easy. And so you actually already have a crease where this center crease, this valley fold is, and so that should fold nicely on that crease like that. Now there is no crease pre-made in the model for this one, so you can either do this, and that will give your paper a little bit of an idea of where it wants to go, or if you feel confident, you can just go ahead and open this up and do this reverse fold here like that. Close that in, and what you have now are the beginnings of the legs of the model, and this right here will become the head. Now I'll show that to you again on the other side without any markings on it. And one thing you can also do, which I forgot to mention before, is create a crease. There is no crease here, so if you want to, you can go ahead and create that crease by folding this over, and go ahead and fold it back on the other side like that, and that will put a crease in the paper right alongside this edge that you'll use for the closed sink. So again, open up the model and you'll see this Y structure, and you're going to open that up And I like to turn the model this way when I do this, so I can make sure I keep the model closed. I've got my finger underneath here, and I just go ahead and support the edges, and I just push that in. Again, it's going to not look very sleek as it goes in there. It's going to be very crunched up, but that's okay. And as we see this side, we just work the paper into that point, and then we collapse on these creases here that we made, smoothing out the paper. Giving us this flag that sticks out. And again, this crease is already in the model, and it should follow this edge nicely. Push that in. It'll look like that. And again, we're going to do a reverse fold for this, and if you want, you can go ahead and put those kind of guide creases in. Open that up. Push this in. And there you have what will become the legs of your frog. Right now it looks more like a wasp or something. I don't know. Anyways, good luck.